E aí galerinha, beleza? Aqui quem tá falando é o Samuel. Vamos continuar aí com o vídeo de Alan Wake. E se você for novo aqui e ainda não foi inscrito no canal, já vai se inscrevendo aí, deixando aquele like, compartilhando com os amigos. E é nóis! Vamos lá. Será que não salvou o que a gente fez na última live? Ah, salvou.
Barry? Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me. Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door. What, am I crazy? Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Tamo indo aí. Era os demônios correndo atrás da gente. Vai chegar até no Barry ali. Era isso.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster. And the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Dá uma olhadinha assim, né? Quem sabe os caras jogam algum daqueles fragmentos pra trás, descartinho. Dá uma aqui, ó.
I had to find the key to the garage.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone.
Uma brisa, tá falando ali da TV.
Alice dies.
Falando sobre a morte da Alice. Ih, eita, pega! A gente vai dirigir um carro agora. Mais ou menos. Eita, e agora? Parece não, doido. Caramba. Perdi a porta da caminhonete ali só com uma bobeirinha. Alguém jogou de propósito aqui. Vou ter que ir de a pé.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
E munição pra todo mundo, né? Nossa!
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need... a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
A história que a gente tá escrevendo, ele quer que eu entregue pra ele, senão ele vai devolver nossa esposa.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Ow! Ow, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
passarinho risada.
Hey, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Ih. Ele saiu pela outra porta lá.
Hey, Al.
Né, ele tá ali ainda.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Essa Rose aí é estranha.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Olha lá, viu? Nem existe a Rose. Olha lá, essa véia também, é a véia que tá fazendo isso. Olha a cara da Rose, olha a cara de boba.
Previously on Alan
Pular
Wake,
isso por causa da
Alice
música.
has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages. How the hell did she get her hands on
Uai,
the
isso também
manuscript
é
anyway?
importante.
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff.
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy.
Nossa, pareceu uns demônios aí, como é que o Rodolfo vai correr?
Urban legends come true, and
Ele falou que conhece a Rose.
most of the stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning.
O que
as
que
if
um
it had
barco tá
fallen from
fazendo
the
assim
sky.
aqui?
But it would take a tornado
O
to
barco
lift
tem
something
aquelas
like
gosmas
that.
pretas.
We're damn lucky it didn't
Bom,
crush
tem um
any of
vidro
the
de
trail.
óleo no chão ali. É estranho. Esse cara aí não foi um demônio também? Esse jogo aqui me lembra o Sobrenatural. Não sei, meio estilão assim, o país também. As
It
coisas.
gets better. A
They're
local
born.
girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Vamos ver se a Rose vai estar na casa dela.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Será que os caras não vê que a voz dela tá tão assim?
This is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Armadilha.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do, about the complex inconvenience.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Agora ficou de noite, agora o negócio vai ficar louco também.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me?
Tá muito quieto, vai parecer muito inimigo aqui, galera. Vocês vão ver. Ih, olha lá o tiozão lá. Eu ainda acho que não demora. Vamos ver.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
FBI?
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
Caraca, o FBI tá atrás da gente.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake! Come on! Take it easy, Adam!
Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh,
Hey.
damn!
Over here! Right up here! Stop the way!
Eu ia falar, por que os demônios não aparecem quando a polícia tá ali? A polícia sumiu, agora eles aparecem. A gente sem arma. Nossa, apareceu isso. Caramba.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired a blade.
I'm a federal agent pursuing a fugitive. You want to discuss my methods, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
Tem alguma coisa ali na frente.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose...
Bom, nada demais, era só mais um manuscrito. Ih.
Search the area. Stay over here!
Eita.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Onde foi parar o carro desse?
Agent Nightingale, I've lost contact with Wilson men you assigned to me. It's Wake's doing.
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
A polícia tá achando que é a gente que tá jogando o carro pra cima, mas mal sabe eles que estão lidando com o demônio. Esse helicóptero eu acho que vai cair.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Nossa, olha os corpos. Tá, pega. É, os corvos derrubou o helicóptero. A gente só precisa de uma arma.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. Jake. Killer and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Putz, é lá que a gente tem que ir. Até chegar lá vai dar merda. Demorar.
Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of odor scotch about it. You know what I mean? Over. I don't have anything on that.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Esse gerador já salvou a gente várias vezes.
old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Eita. Vamos ligar ele de novo pra ver onde a gente consegue colocar essa luz. É, não precisa mais ligar ele. Bom, achamos a nossa primeira arma, a lanterninha básica.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road.
Ei.
You're under arrest!
Pô, bicho, esses caras são insistentes. Não era bem pra acontecer isso, mas... Ele cansa muito rápido.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, hello, Lorna.
É o radialista que fica falando ali.
Well,
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry. My granddaddy settled the Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much. Compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Ei,
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
é porque não é a polícia, né?
I'll get you yet, even if it kills you. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Eixa. Aí, agora sim, a arma.
There was no sensible reason for the power company workers to be here. It was just as if they'd been left for somebody that made notes.
Aí. Eita. Nossa! Mas nem deu tempo de fazer nada. Ah, legal. As luzes duram um tempinho só e apagam. Aí, parece que acabou o pesadelo. É, só parece. Tá o trem de novo. Sei não esse trem.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Tamo cheio de tudo, hein? Eita, pega. Quase foi toda a munição que a gente acabou de pegar.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
A gente vai subir bem longe, o trem tava passando. Sei não, hein. Aí ele. Sei não se esse trem não tá endemoniado também. Eita.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
É, o trem não tá endemoniado, mas a ponte... Nossa.
Some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Hello. E aí, cara, beleza? Salve, salve, Rússia.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. Some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
E se eu voltar?
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Ah, não dá pra voltar. Esperar a vida carregar. Né?
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story, certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Acho que ele não troca. Olha lá, a lanterna maior, pega aí. Não quer pegar, galerinha. Estranho.
Did you call 911?
That had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story, certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Agora sim.
Did you call 911?
That had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story, certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Did you call 911?
Eita! Quase morremos aqui. Lugarzinho aberto. Um portão lá na frente. É, isso não é legal. Que isso, hein? Aí. Caraca, até que foi fácil. Mentira. Você é louco, tá torcendo no maniar. Só o Alan mesmo. Oi, dá pra gente usar. Aí sim.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
É que enfim chegou de dia.
The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Vamos pro carro, né?
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Uma escadinha ali.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you.
Dá pra gente conduzir qualquer jeito.
You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger. Vamos ver aqui. Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate. Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it. Well, see, to me that's strange because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
Aqui não é mina de carvão, mas pode ter alguma coisa. Aí... Eles não iam fazer um negócio desse à toa, né?
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Chegamos no museu. Em 1970 houve uma erupção embaixo de Cloudstone Lake. Mesmo que pequena, causou um desabamento e inundação na maioria dos túneis. 32 mineradores perderam a vida, e isso pôs fim à atividade mineradora na zona de Briggs Fall. Hoje, muitos dos prédios que restam estão protegidos por legado histórico. Então tá.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
É, esse som é muito bom. ter um tanto desse de munição. Não é bom mesmo. Acho que acabou. Caramba.
What the hell? The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Se eu ver ela ali, eu tomo choque. Legal. Vamos fingir, né? Tem que andar até lá. Vamos lá, tenho 12 disso. Sumiram tudo. Tem mais gente andando aqui além de mim. Tá lasqueiro. As árvores mexendo sozinho também.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were Standard Power Company equipment.
E pra cá? Vamos pra cá, não tem um monte de nada. cabeça. Qualquer lugar que você atira funciona. Ah, mais? Caraca. Vamos lá de novo. Última vez. Não. Mas que miserável. Aí, garrafinha difícil. Desde o começo do jogo eu tô catando elas. Não sei pra que serve.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk. I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk. The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Eita, aí sim. Foi do jeito que era pra ser, mas... Ixi, é o carrinho vindo sozinho.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Atravessa a Vila Fantasma. Oh, louco. O que não é fantasmagórico? Enquanto isso, esse Wake anda cansado. Aí. Peguei a chave não sei da onde. Anda aqui.
Outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Ah não, acho que a 12 é melhor.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up. Birds.
Lá que esse corvo é tenso. Nossa, só uma passadinha a gente já morre.
Birds.
Ixi. Vamos pra cá pra ver primeiro, vai. O jogo pede pra gente ir pra lá, mas eu vou pra cá.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Mentira, ela nem tá aqui.
Alice?
Alice!
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here. I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
O outro caminho que eu decidi ir era só pra catar aquela página e ter essa lembrança. Agora eu vou ter que voltar tudo de novo. Da gente.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Pera aí. Agora sim. Pra lá, vou pra lá. Eu tenho que descer tudo isso aí, passar por ali e por lá. E até naquela luz lá na frente. Se isso vai ser fácil? Não vai ser.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Nossa, que teleférico lerdo. Os caras quer matar ele. Ixi. Cadê esses caras? Cauldron Lake, o oitavo lago mais profundo do mundo. É o lago de caldeira formada numa... Caramba... Tá. Talvez existe de verdade. E... aquela estradinha lá embaixo tá tão perfeita que parece que a gente ia passar lá. Os dois lados, hein? Olha o lugar longe também, galerinha. Nossa, nunca mais chega. Atravessa as ruínas da montanha. Em vez dele pendurar, tem que quebrar o negócio. Se vai abrir um portão, faz barulho de chave. Quer dizer, se vai abrir um portão, faz barulho de porta. Não tem como, quando eles pegam assim já era, galera. Bom, acho que eu consegui burlar eles.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see? To get him writing.
Vixe. Acabou mais um episódio.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took...
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
E voltei pra casa que não existe.
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Doutor. Hartman.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think
O
about
doutor tá
it.
explicando
Doesn't
que
this
tudo é uma
make far more
alucinação na
sense
nossa
than the
mente.
insane
Tudo que eu vejo não
supernatural
existe.
conspiracy you have
Tô
concocted in your
sofrendo.
mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
É só a gente consegue ver os demônios. Aí ele falou que a gente tem que ir pra fora da clínica pra tomar um pouco de ar fresco. Olha o relógio que é movido pelo sol.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You
focused.
need to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Caraca, o doutor tranca tudo.
Come along. Let's go inside.
Aqui é uma clínica de louco.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve some small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
O cara trabalhava com videogame, ficou louco. Deixa a outra ali.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Bem-vindo à clínica Cauldron Lake.
My rheumatism's killing me.
Os caras, hein?
There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile...
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Worried about the power again. He's checking on it now.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
My editor is real.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, witch.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya?
Bom, galerinha, e se vocês quiserem saber o que vai acontecer ali embaixo e estiver gostando da live e ainda não foi inscrito no canal, já vai se inscrevendo aí, deixando aquele like, compartilhando com os amigos, e é nóis, vou ficando por aqui. E não se esqueça de ativar o sininho, assim você não vai perder a próxima live. Falou? E até o próximo vídeo, galerinha. Fui!